Hey, I wanted to do a quick rundown of the thumbnails functionality. The quickest way to access it is through YouTube Studio. You can either do it through the upload dialog or edit, draft videos, or even editing real videos. You pretty much always get this same layout. I'll do this video both for Hayden in terms of design and functionality, and also for Roman in terms of the image library implementation, which I'll get into more detail a bit later. So the main view is this. We deviated a tiny bit from the original designs due to Rob's and Alexis' feedback about having to separate vidIQ elements from the YouTube. But we tried to, keep as much of the design as possible. So the first thing you'll see that was changed was the improve button, where we keep the score, and it's an actionable item where we can upsell users, which tracks the score of the currently uploaded thumbnail. Here's the library of thumbnails that the user has generated for this given video. There are three main actions. Technically, well, more of them if you hover over the generated thumbnails, but like the initial starting positions are these three actions. Quick generate creates a new thumbnail basically from what we get from the transcript, from the video image frames, from the image grid. So we kind of like take and analyze the video and try to come up with a relevant but good looking thumbnail for it. Then there's new concept, which I'll show quickly later. And then there's image frame, which essentially just allows you to start, using the video from any image. The new concept just, is pretty self-explanatory. You start it and you are able to, kind of come up with any thumbnail you like. Alternatively, once you have generated something, you can even edit one of the existing thumbnails. So for example, let's use this. You can see it automatically was edited to reference. We've got some actions here. Once we generated something, use, which applies it to your YouTube video, download, which is pretty self-explanatory, improve, which takes the strengths and weaknesses from the score and attempts to improve them, and the new concept, which essentially just starts you all over removing like prior generation context history. So this is what the improve looks like. As you can see, it kind of goes over the points and tries to go one by one, and based on how it affects the score, because each point has its different weight, we try to allocate some importance to it. It's not perfect, it's still work in progress, but it tries to at least do some minor improvements. Also it usually performs better with faces, a bit less so with stuff like inanimate objects or even like animals. This is the more relevant part for Roman. You can upload images, you can access the library. So when you upload something, let's say this image, it is added to the library in your editor that's accessible from all sorts of videos. My extension context timed out. This won't be happening, sorry, but I'll just carry on with the video because I don't want to re-record it. And here essentially you have the get image library endpoint, which is a cursor-based pagination. Here you can also see essentially once we uploaded the image, it triggered the post endpoint, and it also, if I were to upload something from here, it would also call the post endpoint. This is the search endpoint, which essentially just tries to search by image name. We also have access to the delete endpoint, which deletes the specific past image, and the put endpoint, which allows you either to rename a file on the S3 bucket or alternatively even replace the asset itself. But in terms of the UI, we don't really allow users to do this. So yeah, this is roughly where we are at for specifically for Roman. I think, you know, a lot of this stuff can be reused even in future for videos. Essentially, the only limitation is right now we allow only passing base 64 strings in the endpoints for images, but you know, we could probably adjust that and even make it more general to just accept any sort of assets. So yeah, for Hayden, this is pretty much it. There's a couple of, you know, other stuffs. We'll probably be releasing today or by latest on Monday. So we'll also share a clickable, you know, real version with you that you can play around in. But yeah, this is roughly where we are at. Obviously, still some minor bugs to iron out, but this is how it looks, pretty close to the finish line. Thanks for watching.